Hey guys, welcome back to BPOS University. Today's lesson is going to cover setting up and implementing the import process for LMG Mart promotions. After we're finished, you'll be able to import both product price promotions and multi-buy promotions from LMG, either manually or automatically, depending on your organization's preferences. To quickly sum up what we'll demo here, first we'll set up a back office extension which will enable us to manually receive promotions via the product promotions component in back office. We'll then run through the workflow of actually importing the promotions manually, and following that we'll also set up a scheduled job which can be used to import the promotions into BPOS based on a schedule. So as an alternative to the manual method, this will import the promotions automatically. By the way, both of these options offer choices of either importing the promotion files from an FTP site or from a local file path. Well, let's get started in back office. We'll navigate to the venue stores and tills list and add the back office extension device to the server workstation. So after selecting that workstation, click add new device and then blank device. We'll name the device, select back office extension as the device type, box promotions as the external DLL name, and box LMG2 promotions as the class name. And we can see that this is indeed to be used for manual LMG promotion import. Looks like we're on the right track. Alright, now we can move on to the device options. Now I'll point out here that all but one of these settings we'll see again when we set up the scheduled job, so to save a bit of time I'll only explain them once while setting up the back office extension. So first up is a flag labeled Use FTP. Let me just pause here for a moment to mention that there are two different options for where we're getting the promotion files from. So if this flag is enabled, then we'll be getting them from the nominated FTP, and we'll fill in the details for that below. However, if disabled, the files will instead be obtained from a local file path that's set up here. As we move down, we'll next need to fill in the banner group field, which is required whether using an FTP or not. This refers to the actual LMG banner group, so Mart Express, Sip and Save, etc. Each one has a different ID that's referenced in the import files, and it's important to enter the correct banner group ID so that the relevant promotions are imported. If we hover over the field, we can actually see the IDs, and we'll enter BM for Mart. Next is the data path, and again, this is only to be used if not using an FTP, as this would be the local directory where files would be retrieved from. This can be any data path best suited so long as the file path is correctly defined here and the files are in a .csv format and the file name begins with a capital P. If you are using an FTP, enter the URL, username, and password into the respective fields here. We are using an FTP, so just bear with me while I fill in the particulars. Okay. Then select the state to match the correct promotions from the import file. Only promotions from the selected state will be imported. Then select the discount totalizer from the BPOS database where the promotions will be counted against. Next, enter a store ID to filter the promotions to a specific store. Then enter the supplier ID for the supplier whose price book will be used when matching products. And lastly, enter the pricing zone. This will be provided by LMG and is also required as this will look at the pricing zone field from the import file, and if nothing is entered, no promotions will import. That's it. So now we can click OK to save the back office extension, and then we need to restart back office. Now when we go to the product promotions tab, we'll have a new option, thanks to the back office extension that we just added, called Receive Promotions. So we'll go ahead and click that button, and all of the price promotions matching the banner group, state, and pricing zone as we just configured in the back office extension are found within the file and displayed for us. As you can see, there are a lot here, each listed with different IDs, descriptions, start and end dates, promotion prices, etc. Now this is a demo, so not all of the info here is 100%. Also keeping in mind that this is a demo, the database I'm using is pretty much phony, so I don't have any local products that match straight away. If products from the file matched with the local products, they wouldn't be highlighted. Anyhow, we'll set some random local products to complete the process. To do so, just highlight the desired promotion and click Set Local Product, then search for a local product, select the product, select the size, and that's it. I'll repeat those steps so we have a couple of examples, and then click Accept Promotions. We're notified that there are unmatched promotions that'll be ignored, and then notified of the successfully imported promotions. Woo! Look at us. We're then summoned to complete the same process for multi-buys. So let's accept those. Again, we're notified of any unmatched and how many are successfully imported. The product promotions window then refreshes as if by magic, and all of the imported promotions are now listed. If you're curious about the promo names, the naming convention for price promos is promo code _state _banner group _price zone _promo start date. And for multi-buys is the same, but also includes the multi-buy ID after the promo code. Cool. Now if we look at, say, this price promotion, we can verify a few things. First, the discount totalizer is the one we designated in the back office extension. Then the store filter is also correct, and then we can confirm the products and prices. Okay, that wraps up the manual import method, but let's quickly run through the scheduled job setup for the auto import method. So head to System Setup, Schedule Jobs, and click Add Job. We'll give the job a name, leave the job type as external DLL, select job scan data as the DLL name, and LMG2 promotions file as the class name. We can verify that this job is used to import product price promotions and multi-buys. You can set up any of these configuration options per your organization's preferences, and then set up a schedule. I'll just set this up to run every day on startup, that way any new promotions will be imported daily. You can of course schedule yours to run more or less often if needed. Moving on down to the job options, these are literally all the same as the device options from the back office extension, with the exception of the supplier ID, which isn't here. So bear with me for a moment as I quickly add these. Click OK to save the scheduled job, and then every day at startup, all promotions matching to local products and matching as specified by the configured job options will be imported. Alternatively, we can open the job and run it now if we'd like. However, since I'm attempting to import from the same file that we just imported promotions from, nothing will actually import. Alright, that's a wrap on this lesson. So, which promotions import method are you going to use? Manual or scheduled? And will you be using an FTP or importing from a local file path? Well, no matter what you do, importing promotions from LMG couldn't be easier.